Hello and welcome to Home for Lambus YouTube channel. All you will need today is your mat, your good self, maybe a bottle of water, and then let's come and make our way onto the mat. So come on in, come to lie all the way down onto your back and bring the soles of the feet together and just allow your knees to flop open. Turn your palms up, lengthen your spine, just take a moment, have a rock and roll, have a fidget. And know always if this position isn't comfortable, you could be soles of the feet to the earth and knees parallel. Otherwise, close the eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. And there's always that sense of relief on your first breath out that you made it to your mat. You managed to carve out some time for yourself. So important, this self-care, this self-love. Again, take another great big exhale, let it go. And then begin your journey into creating a steady, a calm and a full pattern of breath through the nose. Relaxing your body into the floor. Bringing your awareness to your body as it breathes. Observing the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest on the inhale and exhale. Inhaling, belly and chest expand. Exhale, belly and chest come back to earth. That rise and fall. Guiding your ever wandering attention in towards you. You are literally turning the camera lens on yourself. How you're doing, how you're feeling. And know that in yoga, it doesn't matter how you come to the mat, whether you come sad, whether you come happy or tired or anxious, all of that is welcome. All of that is a perfect state, no matter what state it is. It's always perfect to practice yoga. You're carving out this time to settle, to quieten, to notice. Giving yourself this time at the beginning of your class to really drop into yourself, your body, your breathing, how the mind and heart space are doing today. Breath nice and steady, full, even and expansive. Let's take a full breath in. Gently release it out of your mouth on a to softly open the eyes and keep your gaze nice and soft throughout class. So there's no gripping or processing the eyes. Let's gently bring the knees in together. That should feel nice to close them back in. And then hug your knees into your chest. Take a very gentle rock side to side. And then when you're ready, move into spinal twist. Hips to the left, knees to the right, left arm reaches to the side. If it feels okay in the neck, look towards the left fingertips. If that feels too much, you can just turn head up to the sky. Getting this lovely rinse of the spine. Stretch through the front of that left shoulder and also into outer hip here. So lots of nice things going on in a twist. Keep the breath nice and full. So the challenge in our yoga practice is to keep the breath the constant. So when poses come at you, some easy, some tricky, the breath remains the same. It keeps you steady, it keeps you focused. So just gently ease back. Move that to the second side. So realign your hips for a moment and then hips to the right, knees to left, right arm opens. And as always, there's that interesting observation of how the body feels different often on each side. Is this your tight side? Is this the side that needs a little bit of extra love? You need to stay in the stretch for a couple of breaths more. Allowing the breath to help you relax and release into each pose that we come into. There's always a sense of surrender rather than fight. And then gently bring yourself back to center. Hug those knees into the chest. And for a moment, tuck chin to chest so that you roll up into a nice little ball. And you should feel this all the way down your spine. And then you can use your hands to help you just come to push your way up. Make sure your feet are parallel, hip distance apart, hands behind you, fingertips point towards your seat, and then drive up, lift up through the chest. And I tend to do this stretch quite a lot in class. It's one that always feels really nice in my body, this opening of chest, opening of shoulders. So just enjoy that. And then let's bring this into a fluid transition from here to come up and hover just into a real gentle boat. Keep the toes just a few inches off the floor. You'll feel that little wobble as you catch your balance, core is engaged, and then just reconnect the feet to the floor, hands once again behind you. So we take an inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, curl through the spine, scoop your belly, lift up your feet. Let's go a couple more times. Inhale, we expand the chest, heart lift. Exhale, scoop, curl. One more time. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, curl, and scoop. Well done. To simply transition all the way onto all fours. Scoot your legs back. And then take a moment just to take a couple of circular patterns. Again, this is something I often do in class, just because it feels really good in the body. And it feels like I'm giving my body that extra chance to wake up, warm up, or, release after a busy day, whenever you're doing this class. And it doesn't matter. All of these classes can be done at any time of the day. But it's just a real gentle way to get into the body, to warm it up. So anything that feels good, my friends, you can circle the hips to the left, to the right. You could come into your cat-cow, which you will know very well by now, I'm sure. This rounding and arching into the spine. And then from here, just simply tuck your toes, walk your hands back, lift up through the knees, and then pause here for a moment. You're right onto the balls of the feet. Heels for you might be down or heels lifted. It doesn't really matter. Reach the arms away and just bow the head for a moment. Pressing your heels down, even if they don't reach the floor. And you should feel that real nice stretch into your calf muscles. Feels so good. And then from here, let's bring it into our hamstring stretch. You can bring the hands back. You can plug your heels down and completely let that go. So shake out. Again, pedal, find movement. You can sway, or if there is just that desire to hang and relax, then do. A little sway forward, little sway back. And always this melting between the back of the legs so that it doesn't feel too strong. So always I bring that little bend into the knees. Head is heavy and crown of the head is reaching towards the floor. And again, it doesn't matter if it's there or not. Mine certainly isn't. But no matter where you are in your forward fold, hopefully there is always that sense of stretch, of decompression into the spine, and a sense of release. Let's slowly roll up halfway and then bend your right knee and just place your forearm to the thigh. Peel open that left arm and take a moment to breathe here, this Uttanasana twist. If you find that your fingertips can't quite reach the sky, maybe they're more here, that's okay. Otherwise, you can bring a left hand to the waist and then roll the shoulder back. So you just take out the additional lift of the arm. Still is a great shoulder stretch. So get nice and tall, lift of the sky with that left finger. And then release and let's move that second side. Left forearm down, right arm to the sky. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Nice and strong with the legs. Make sure the knees aren't collapsing in. You could have a little look. Make sure that the knees are tracking forwards. So you're stable and strong in your alignment from waist down. And then once again, release into that forward fold. And even on the second time of doing a forward fold, always starts to feel a little better, a little easier. Let's slowly roll up, stack your spine one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll onto the back. You pause and find your full body length. So posture, lift that up now. Come into your really strong posture, your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Legs parallel, legs are active. Your kneecaps are lifting, your glutes, your bottom is engaged, your thighs are engaged. Real sense of strong lift and steady. And then come to make your way to the top of the mat. Bringing your hands together at the heart center. And take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Exhale. Let's gently, slowly warm the body up with our Surya A, our salute to the sun. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach for the sky and pause for a moment. Feel how you can lift your rib cage up and out of your hips. Take one more inhale. And exhale, dive over your legs. Again, third time now you're in the forward fold. Can you already feel perhaps a slight difference? Bring your hands to the shins. Keep that feeling of knees bent. Lengthen your sit bones back and your heart forward. It's your half forward bend. Back muscles engage. Gaze is forward. Shoulders roll back and heart is long. So lots going on here. Take a nice full inhale. To exhale, bend the knees, step the hands to the floor and step back into plank. Or beginners, you're welcome to bring the knees straight to the floor. Take one deep breath in. Lower your knees, your chest, your chin to the earth. Sweep the feet back, lengthen those legs, heart forwards. It's your inhale, Cobra. Release back to the floor, exhale. Again, inhale, we lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, Cobra, come through bent knees. Lift up your hips and make your way into your first downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal through the feet. Perhaps checking the length of your dog by rippling into plank. To your shoulders, come right over the wrists. Maybe you need to walk the feet back a little bit to help you. And then ease on back. Breath in, breath out. Pedal away, shake out the head. Ease into one heel and the other. And again, might feel pretty restricted and stiff on this, your first one. So that's okay. Allow the time for the body to adapt and to warm up and to refamiliarize itself with the flows. Here we go. Let's bend the knees, look forwards. Walk, step, top of the mat. Hands to the shins. It just gives you more space. Inhale and exhale, melt and fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, deep breath in, lift the waist. Deep breath out, sit bones lift as crown of the head lengthens. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank or to the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower with control to the earth. Into your back bend. Really lengthen through the back of the neck here. So try not to sink into the shoulders and lead with the chin. Yeah, happens a lot. Just draw the neck back and the chin back. Should feel nicer in the neck. And then exhale, downward face. Breathing in fully to your nose. Breathing out fully through your nose. Lengthen through your spine. Melt the resistance away in the legs. Bend the knees, look forwards, top of the mat. Again, you can walk, you can step. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press and rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, deep breath in, lift up. Deep breath out, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale into plank. Take an inhale into plank. Exhale, lower to the earth. Take the inhale into Cobra. The exhale into downward facing dog. Well done. Take a moment here. This time maybe bringing the feet together. So you can sweep the right leg to the sky. Bend that knee. Roll open the hip as best as you can. You can lengthen the leg away. You can bring heel to the seat. And then gently release that leg and take the stretch into the other side. Left leg reaches back. Really push back through that foot. Bend the knee. Roll open the hip. Stay square to the mat with the shoulders. Scoop through the belly. Maybe lengthen the leg. And reset into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forwards. Top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, let go. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, take a moment. Always that time to settle the breath, settle the body. Noticing any changes. And I think feel more alive, more awake. Do you feel more present in your body, in your breath? Let's softly open the eyes. Heel toe your feet completely together, coming into Surya B. Taking it nice and slowly. Bend the knees and brush the hands forward into your Utkatasana. Belly pulls in, spine is long, sit bones back. Pressing inner knees together. And know this is quite strong on the legs. Deep breath in. Relax and fold over the legs. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to plank. Full breath in, plank, knees down. Exhale, lower chest, chin. Inhale into Cobra, small or high. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you get there, bring your feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, place it in between the hands. Left foot goes off to the left. You're on the sole of the left foot, driving up into warrior one. Your warrior pose, your strong standing warrior. Hips forward facing, torso forward facing. And then take a moment, interlace the hands behind you and get a nice shoulder squeeze. Expand through the chest on the breath in. So a little bit of shoulder work today. We're going to weave in. Good, steady the breath. See if you can find a little bit more connection into your back foot. So really drive into that back foot. Use it to draw the right hip crease back. To gently release. Connect your arms back up to the sky. Take one more inhale and transition down into your downward facing dog. Let that go. Breath in. Breath out. Option to stay here in downward dog or come with me into a vinyasa. Inhaling to plank, belly super strong. Exhale, gently lower, hips stay high. Inhaling, small cobra or high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Breath in, and we all meet together in our dog. Feet together, left leg lifts. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, place in between the hands, right foot to the right, sole of the foot to the earth. Inhale, lift. And then again, take your time, find your ground into the back foot. To sweep hands behind you, take that lovely interlace. Chest proud, shoulders roll back. Always your modification to cup your forearms if interlacing through the hands feels a little bit too much for your shoulders today. Drawing left hip crease back, pressing through right foot. Take one more inhale and exhale, gently release. Let's lift up the arms. We stretch up. We connect hands down, downward facing dog. Exhale. Option to move with me. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, elbows to the rib cage. Inhale, small cobra or high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out, lengthen your heels a little further back. Again, noticing how the body is responding from all of these movements, these encouraging movements, encouraging the body to open. Let's bend the knees, top of the mat. Inhale, fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep to the sky. And exhale, well done, hands to the heart. Again, take that moment to recenter. And always so important just to stop for a moment, not just in your practice, but also in your day, in your evening, in your life. That moment, how important are those moments when we stop and we take stock? What's working for us, what isn't, what feels good, what doesn't. And just that moment to stop and take a breath so that Anything that you do from this moment on comes from a place of clarity and calm. Open the eyes if they're open. Heel toe your feet once again together if they've moved. Let's move through into a standing sequence, getting in some of that shoulder work. Here we go. Into chair pose. You've been here before. Really reach up. To then bring this into a twist. Bring your left elbow to the outer right thigh and bring your hands together in prayer. So here it is this side, pushing my palms to enable me to spin a little bit more. If that feels too much, instead you could be here a bit further up. Either way, that left elbow is down, connecting to the leg somewhere, somehow. Take another breath in. Keep dropping the weight back into your sit bones. To connect back up, Utkatasana, to step the right foot back, catch your lunge, and then expand up to the sky. Nice and heavy through your pelvis and legs super strong. There's a real power in the legs. Really push back into that heel. Let's take a deep breath in and then open the heels, heel to arch alignment, taking your warrior two. And from here, sneak your right hand behind you. Maybe it catches your clothes. Maybe it catches your waist. So grab something so that it enables you to roll this right shoulder back. Left arm still in warrior two. Legs are still active and strong. A little smile on the mouth. The thighs are working, I know. Keep the back arm just as it is. Keep the legs just as they are. Turn your left palm to the sky. Lift it up to the sky and then lean backwards into your reverse warrior. Rib cage open. You still have the half bind. Keep lengthening through your left waist all the way from the top of your pelvis, all the way through waist, through rib cage, up to armpit and hands. Take a deep breath in. Keep left forearm to thigh, and still this right hand is grabbing my clothes. And maybe some of you can now hold that inner right thigh with your right fingertips. If that half bind feels too much, you're still just clasping hand behind the back. So pretty intensive. You're fully loaded over that left leg. I know a relief is coming really soon. Keep the breath strong. Keep the spine long. Tailbone tucks underneath you. To straighten that left leg, keep the half bind if you can. And so that left leg gets a little bit of a stretch now. Roll that right shoulder back. So nearly there. We get to release the arm really soon. To reconnect back into warrior two. Bend into the front knee, extend that left arm, and then slowly release the right arm to pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Back foot moves in just a touch. To finally extend into your high lunge. That should feel so nice to release that right arm. Take a deep breath in. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Open twist. Reach your arms apart. Well done. How are we doing? Keep breathing. You've got it. Into spinal twist. Right hand just glides to the floor. Make sure you wiggle that back leg back. Give yourself space here. So left knee reaching forwards. Back foot reaching back. That back leg is super straight, hips low. Take a nice deep breath in. Connect the hands to the floor. Let's let it all go. Downward facing dog. Let's move that through and out of the body. Let's move into a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Arms hug together. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Keep the arms hugging together. That's your support network. Inhale, cobra or high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Recover with a breath in and out. Then the knees look forwards. Step, walk. Again, that reminder, you can move the hands completely off the floor if you need to with that transition forwards. Into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise. Exhale. Well done. Tadasana. Heel toe, feet together. Come back to your center. And let's move through that flow to the second side. So you know what to expect now. Brush the floor into your chair pose. Bottom back, gaze soft, breath full. Right elbow this time to left thigh. Palms together, or right elbow can come a little further up the leg. Can you soften from the inside of your body, not just the outside, not just the skin and the muscles, even deeper? Can you relax the organs of the body? Let's come back through to chair. To step left leg back, take your time, and then rise up, high crescent. Breath in, open out, heel to arch alignment. It's your warrior two. Left arm behind you. You find now the shoulder stretch on the second side. And so you might feel this through shoulder, also through the front of that arm. Breathe, soften. Strong through your front thigh. To keep everything the same, other than right palm up, lift right palm, fingers to the sky, and start to lean back. Here we go, your reverse warrior. Great big stretch through that side body. Keep lunging into the front leg. It's going to want to come back and straighten. Keep lunging. You got it. Strong through the back leg. Moving into side angle, that left arm stays where it is. Right forearm to the thigh. Maybe the fingers catch your right thigh. It's a little bit deeper. So getting a lovely stretch through this inner right thigh. Hips are opening. Shoulders are opening. To slowly straighten that front leg, still with a half bind. Hand to shin. Triangle pose. Legs active. Belly scoops in. Taking another breath. To connect into your warrior two. To then very gently release the arm. And then let's pivot. Again, bring that back foot, step it in. Ooh, catch your balance. Come into that tightrope, high lunge. Breath in, right arm goes back, open twist. Feel the rinse of the spine. Feel the length through that back leg. To bring left fingertips to the floor. Into your lunge twist, second side. If you need to bring the left hand to a block, you could do, if coming to the floor feels a little bit too much for your hips. And if you don't have a yoga brick, you know that you can always use books. There's always lots of things around the house you can bring into your practice. Let's take a deep breath in, hands to the floor, let it go, exhale, downward facing dog. Big exhale, let anything still left in the body from a tension perspective, let it go. Inhale, come into plank, and exhale, gently lower knees, chest and chin to the earth. Let's take a nice deep breath in into Cobra. Feel that stretch through the skin on the belly. And then take an exhale, downward facing dog. Pushing back through your heels. to bring the knees to the floor. And just take a moment into child pose. So bring hands underneath the forehead, forehead to hands. And give your body a chance to round, to lengthen through the spine. And again, it's this very important, precious time to tune in, to notice, to let go. And then from here, come up. Well done. Let's work a little bit more into back and shoulders as we start to cool things down. So lift up through your hips. Your hips are over your knees. Walk the hands forwards. Really reach, reach, reach. Keep the bottom high. Forehead to the floor. Forearms to the floor. Into melting heart pose. Softening your chest to the floor, even if it doesn't make it. And literally melting like butter right between your shoulder blades. So this is a really nice one to do, particularly if you are very tight into your mid-spine. Most of us are. Also, if you spend time hunched over a desk. Let's take another breath in and out here. And then just lift up. Well done. And just come to roll the weight of your hips all the way down to come into Sphinx pose. Onto the forearms and really pull your hands back as you lengthen your heart forward. Feeling the muscles of your back working here. You're finding not just the flexibility, but also the strength in Sphinx. And you might notice just a slight clenching around your buttocks, and that's okay as long as you're not, strongly squeezing, but a little bit of muscular engagement into your glutes will just help support your back bend. And then let's come all the way to the floor. Let it go, let it go, let it go. To sweep the arms back behind you. Lengthen your neck long. Smooth into locust. Inhale, lift up your upper body. Lift up your legs and really stream your fingertips back. And then exhale, lower to the floor. Again, deep breath in, we lift up. And deep breath out, we release. So really nice back extension work here. Inhale, working all these supporting posture muscles. Exhale. Twice more if you wish to intensify this through the shoulders. Interlace your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Maybe stay here on your last one. Exhale, regardless of where the hands are clasped or not. Activate through the legs. Point through your feet. And then gently release. Hands under shoulders. Rise up. Make your way into your child pose once again. This time, take the arms back behind you. And just feel how that lengthens all the muscles you've just worked. So you're stretching all the way down your lower back. To then slowly roll up. Well done. Let's come onto our seat. Extend your right leg out in front of you, the left sole of the foot to the inside of that right thigh. Sitting on a blanket if you need to, or moving the flesh of your buttocks out of the way. Coming into Janu Shashasan. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen that spine, and then exhale, walk forwards. Maybe you catch the foot. If you have a strap or a towel, you could loop it over the foot. Otherwise, just stay lifted here. So just listen to your body. And the breath perhaps starts to slow down and deepen. So part stretch into the back of the hamstring. A gorgeous stretch into the back muscles as well, and a little bit into the side waist. You might feel that. Softening around the knee joint. Let's take a few more breaths, just enjoying this forward fold. To lift up and take the left hand behind you, fingertips point away. To come into baby wild thing, you just simply legs stay as they are. You just lift up the hips and you'll naturally find yourself onto your left shin. You might need to scoot that leg a little closer if you need a little bit more support. Great big stretch down the right side body. So nice. It's one of my favorite poses. And then come all the way down. Come back to where you started. So still that right leg is extended. And then left foot to the outer right leg will lift up and turn towards the left. You're moving into that spinal twist. And gently release, come back to center. Let's take that sequence to the other side. We start extending the left leg. Draw the right sole of the foot in. So your Jani Shashasan again, any little fidgeting to get right up on your sit bones. Deep breath in, lengthen, and deep breath out, reach forward. Even if it feels like your reach forward is that, that's okay. If that is the case, I take your hands behind you instead. It just gives you a bit more support. Letting go any tension, anything that's left over that you still feel you need to clear from the body. Just get it out with a And I sigh out of the mouth quite a lot in my yoga practice. I find it's a real nice way to, as I free up the tension by moving and breathing, I then want to expel it from the body. And I often get a real desire to to sigh out. So if that's you, go for it. Taking a couple more breaths, stretching into this side. And then up we come. Let's take the baby wild thing, right hand behind you. So turn to the right. Right hand behind you, fingertips reach away. Again, nothing changes with the legs. You just lift up the hips. Naturally find yourself balanced on that right shin. Again, I always like to just scoot it a little closer towards my hands so I feel a little better supported with this shape. And then reach up and over. To come back, realign, left leg in front, and we take that spinal twist. Right foot to the outer left, lift up, wiggle in, and then keeping that sense of lifted spine. So we never want to twist with a rounded spine if we can. The more you lift up and lengthen, the more you're going to get out of the twist, and that's what you want. You want to squeeze as much out of these stretches as you can. Take one more deep breath in and out. To release, return to center. Take your legs out in front of you and take a moment. Just pedal through those legs. Just let it go. And then cross your legs with your right leg in front of left. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's just come into a little bit of a hip stretch here. So reaching forwards with those hands. And you can even reach forwards and keep the hands off the floor so that you're really using the weight of your torso and your arms to tip you forwards. It makes it quite intense, but in a nice way. So reach for a moment, use, that force of gravity pulling your upper body to the legs, and then maybe you support yourself against the floor. Just relaxing into the outer hips, particularly if the leg that's in front, the right leg, although you might also feel it a little bit in the other leg, but predominantly you're likely to feel it on the leg in front. And then walk back. And let's switch that to the other side, left leg on top. Take that deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, release and fold into your second side. Again, if it felt nice to reach away, you really have to plug down into your sit bones though, otherwise your bottom's gonna lift. So try to stay quite grounded through your seat. So you reach away and lengthen, belly pulls in to support you. Take another breath in here. And then release and relax here. Imagining your hips melting with every exhale. That usually helps to find something, even if it's not a great big physical shift, but there's usually something minute that changes internally. And then let's come all the way up. Draw those knees in. Take a little rounded stretch before we come onto the back. So just rounding here, hug your thighs. And then come up, make your way onto the back. Put any layers on if you need to get warm and cozy. Otherwise, just draw those knees in, gentle rock side to side. And then when you're ready, come and extend yourself out. Again, the full length of your body. Take your time, reach your legs out of your hips. Lift your waist out of your hips. Get long through the arms, palms up. And then close down your eyes and completely relax and melt the body into Shavasana. And maybe the breath moves into something a little shallow. But surrendering so heavy through your legs, your belly, your back, your arms and shoulders are heavy, and your head and neck. Checking in that there's no clenching of fingers or toes. that full body awareness that you have created through practicing, through stretching, through finding space in your body and mind. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. To you softly open your eyes and just find a little bit of movement. Circle perhaps the wrists, maybe flex through the feet, and then zip up your legs completely together. Reach up through the arms, take a hold of the left wrist and take a side bend to the right. And then other side, hold right wrist and side bend to the left. To come back to center, hug your knees in and then gently rock to one side to come and make your way into any comfortable seated position. And when you get there, just close your eyes for a moment. Spine tall, shoulders soft. Savoring the after effects of your practice and just this sense of calm that you've created. I hope you take that with you into the rest of your day or evening. Bring the hands together in gratitude to yourself and your practice, bowing the head. And thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you, my loves. I hope you enjoyed. As always, give me a thumbs up or a comment. And if you wish to find out what Homes for Lambeth are doing during this time, of course, do go check out their website, www.homesforlambeth.co.uk. But otherwise, thank you once again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in a YouTube live real soon. Thank you.